Whew. Had to dig for them. Peace. Looking for some peace. It just got quiet. That's crazy. This is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. I don't know if this is the one. I think it might be not right now though. This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. That's what wants to come out. Split. Bottom. I don't want to look at it yet. This is the Murder of Crows. Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie, is in my head. So that might mean something. Bottom. Split. Okay. Super curious. What am I? There's a resistance. I'm gonna close the door. Hold on. I love sliding across wood floors. I have one sock on and one sock off. Tomorrow is Solstice Eve, Winter Solstice Eve. Okay. I'm looking at the romance angels. I'm just scared of the romance angels. I am. Okay, I'm going to see what came up first. The Tarot of Mystical Moments. The Knight of Cups. This is plucking heartstrings, something plucking at your heartstrings, but you're plucking at your heartstrings. it's like a beckoning and a hesitation at the same time. And there's balance, but there's a little bit of turmoil. It's a shade of it, but it still exists. You know what I mean? It's like that deep. It feels like turmoil. Even if it's an echo of it, it's still the echo. You can still hear it. That is so present, but it's like trying to transform. So there's a message of love trying to come through to you. Definitely music and writing, playing. That's super poetry. I'm hearing poetry. There's an expression of love, of emotion. It's hovering. It's like in little particles hovering, just hovering, because it's waiting. It needs to be called in. It needs to have something it can plug into that it aligns with, and then it'll all come together. So it's kind of almost like a web around you, but it's not a web. It's like these little tiny lights. You feel me? It's like that. If you think about intentions as energy, because they're thought, then that energy makes something, whether we can see it or not. And these are tiny particles of this message that is ready. It's together, but it's not allowed to come through yet. It's interesting. There's a lot of intimate energy in it. It's not requited. Like it's not that it's not requited. That's not what I mean. It hasn't come together yet. It almost feels like that too, like whoever's energy this is feels that message. It's definitely between more than one energy, and it could be you and multiple energies, but because I'm getting a closing off and an opening. Do you feel me? And they're similar energies, but they're not the same. They're in different levels. And they're both not completely aligned with you, but one is closer than the other. This is you. You know what I mean? I just heard it's about perseverance. The lotus flower comes up through the mud, right? It has to fight its way up. And look how fucking beautiful it is. It's the universe holding you. It's like the vulva, like this sacred vulva, yoni. So let's see what else came up. So it was, oh no, let's look on the split. The moon. Okay, so we have Pisces. Both of these are Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be, but it could be relevant. The moon is also Cancer, though not technically put tarot, but it is, so it is to me and many readers. It feels like a blend of separate energies that are very individual, show up very individually, but they are bound. There's something that they all represent, and it's, I don't want to say it's complementary, it's not the right word. They all sync up together, but remain separate and individual, but make something. What it is they're all committed to the same outcome, and they're all showing up in their strengths and their individual ways, but there's commonality between them energetically. Do you feel me? Everything works together. It does. It feels like a waiting, but it also feels like a healing. A becoming. This is the split, the Six of Swords. It is like that. I don't want to say shedding of your shadow side, but it's shining light on it. It's not shining light on it. It's light has become side by side with the shadow. Do you know what I'm saying? So the shadow isn't all in shadow. There's light reflecting on it, all over it, but not solidly. Do you understand? There's uneasiness with not knowing, that turmoil feeling. Then this, it's feeling like desperation. But there's so much more peace. But there's still that little, that's how the fox is showing up for me, as like that one last like howl of anguish, like for whatever this is that you're moving out of. You know you need to, and you know it's the right thing, but it's breaking your fucking heart. It's breaking your heart. You're so sad. But you're exhausted. You were exhausted. You're not as exhausted. Well, you'll all be on different levels of that, but the exhaustion is lifting because you are taking care of yourself. The healing aspect of this moon card and that Six of Swords is pulling your energy back, calling it back, and separating yourself indefinitely because the focus is here. Let's see what was on the bottom. The Seven of Swords. The Three of Cups. The Page of Cups. Page of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's about new beginnings that didn't come through because of an inability to let go of carrying the pain. You keep repeating behaviors that don't help heal the pain. You're keeping it around, you know what I mean? It looks like a new beginning, a really exciting new beginning was supposed to happen, like full of love and passion and attraction and excitement, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And there's a recognition of a soul tie. That played into this anxiety of it not happening. All this stuff happening in your head. The Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, which is really interesting to me because it's like one is being like wide open and like maybe even a little gaga, you know what I mean? Like letting that feeling of the like, that like hard eyes, you know, and the other is gathering information because you're like looking over your shoulder, you're not fully sure about the integrity of something. This has been a long time. I want to like focus on the Three of Cups and the Seven of Swords. It's a withholding of feelings, of sharing feelings. And it looks like there's like a delusion of that it's being done for protection. There's a little bit of self-deception. There's deception here, and I think it's self-deception. It's like you feel all of this beautifulness that's like bursting to come out and blossom, but you're holding yourself back in the egg. You know what I mean? You're withholding, there's a withholding of something that affects more than one person. It looks like the intentions are good for where the reason of the withholding is. But this withholding, the fact and the truth is, whatever the intentions, the withholding is stagnating instead of growing. So that needs to be addressed. The withholding needs to stop. So that's what the holdup is with the message. Let's see what came out with the Murder of Crows. The Hangman. Judgment? Is that judgment? No. What? It's the sun. Okay, 2 major arcana. The Hangman, the Sun. That's the Sun card. This deck is dope. The King of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Pisces, Leo, Leo. Feels like punishment, retribution, but it also feels like martyrdom, like someone is hiding under a victim identity. They're like identifying as a victim, and they are the victim. They need to look at how they are the victim of themselves. Came out all together, so they need to be read together like this. It's very it's this like duality. It's existing simultaneously, this 50-50 straight down the middle of authenticity, standing in your power, knowing who you are and being balanced, and this doubt, and that's rooted in your belief that of your worth. You have insecurity about your worth as a human, and it's almost like it keeps you in a loop. Whosever energy this is different energies. This is definitely 2 energies, and it could be 3. It could be 3, and it could be 3 just from the imprint of one. Do you know what I mean? Or it could be active. It could be more, but it's definitely 2. And I think if this isn't you, this is happening to you. Do you know what I mean? So it's either going to be you're the one embodying this energy of the messenger. There's a messenger and there's a receiver. And I feel like you watching are the receiver. And the other energy that might be more than one is the messenger. See what's on the split. The 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. The 2 ones that are grief. Destitution of soul. Like your spirit is just wounded. Like you're walking wounded, but you're like walking dead. Your heart, it's that victim mentality. It's that holding on. You're letting the pain, whoever's energy this is. Well, I think both of you, but because I think it shows up differently. Because they're still holding on by both parties. All parties involved, there's still energetic connection on different levels for everyone. The Eight of Pentacles under the Five of Cups and the World. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that's showing a commitment to understanding, which is that Hangman, right? And the Sun and the King of Wands. You wouldn't be able to be in that energy without that. But there's still that grief. Let's see what was on the bottom. The Three of Wands. Yes. That's timeline shifting. That's being in collaboration with the universe. It's in motion. The Knight of Swords. The Nine of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So this is the energy of the messenger. That's a full cup coming towards you from a solid place with an open heart, with open eyes, with a recognition of who they are and who you are and who you're, what energy you both have. And it's a battle. It's been a battle for them, battling themselves, battling demons. It's been so hard. But there's a push to take swift action with the truth, the Knight of Swords. Again, it's that duality. The Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. One is moving really fast and one is having to wait. This and that are true, right? There's a calmness, but there's a deep change. All of the hearts involved have been wounded in ways that will stay with all of them forever. The mark will be there. And maybe it won't always be so heavy or dark. Do you know what I mean? It will get lighter and lighter and lighter. But right now, there's a feeling of heaviness because this message hasn't come through yet. And it feels like they feel like there's time is like they're running out of time. But they're stuck at the same time. And you're stuck. You guys are stuck. Someone has to make a move. Something has to give. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. There's expressions that are dying to come out. They're like I think because it hasn't come out, that level of stuckedness and like feeling like heaviness on you is the not expression. As soon as you express it, it will lift. For everyone. This is for all parties. All parties have something to express. All of them. And everything that's happening is happening the way it's meant to be. This is divine timing. It's destiny. So, all of the things you do that nurture you, keep doing them. Maintain those. Just keep getting to where you have them, you know, and then add something next. You know what I'm saying? Add another thing. Like I'm working on sleep right now, right? I mean, working on multiple things, but if I get like 2 or 3 nights in a row of good sleep, I will then add another thing on that I need to be putting my attention on and just keep building. Do you feel me? Slow, whatever it is, whatever the pace is that keeps you vibrating high and takes you toward that path. So this is a reading about a message that really wants to come through. And listen. And there's a message coming to you, and I think you also have a message. But it feels very much like the dominant energy is this message coming through to you. There's like an opening happening. If you're thinking of writing a song, just sing it. I don't know. I just keep hearing that. Writing a song and singing it. I don't know. And Isn't She Lovely is coming in my head. Stevie Wonder. All right, let's see if we can get like an oracle card for some guidance. It's not, oh, there we go. Let's say it's not 100 hours long yet. Bottom. Courage, tenderness. 16, 35, 25, 7, 8, 7. Yeah. You're surrounded by light. You're surrounded by source. Everyone. This is the divine is literally moving this right now. And you are being called to really align yourself. Twin flames, soul partner, eternal connection, clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust, go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, receiving. I'm not kidding. Let me see. Oh, it opened up to go with the flow. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I am going to read the clairvoyance one. But what this is you have your divine counterpart on the horizon. That's that message of love, of deep love. here for you. There's a resistance happening, as we know, on both ends. And there's a letting go and a flowing. So water is important right now. Opening yourself up. Expressing. Action. So all those internalized things, whatever you can shift into external, that is a creation from you, put it into cooking, baking, make a song, make art, whatever. Make something with it, express it. That is key in this. Because that energy is taking up space and is holding you down. So you have to expel it. And there's ways to do it healthily. So here's the clairvoyance. The Oracle of Delphi gazes into her scrying bowl. So some of you may scry to get messages. Google it, SCRY. Patiently waiting for the images to take shape, she knows that a message is coming, so she remains peaceful and unafraid. There are 2 steps to her process, however. Once she receives the information, which often comes in the form of a riddle, she must interpret its meaning. This process applies to your intuitive experience as well. Whether you realize it or not, you do have the ability to receive important messages from Spirit. You also have the wisdom to make accurate interpretations. This card is telling you it's time to let go of old doubts and open up to your own clairvoyant process. Like the Oracle with her scrying bowl, you might find it helpful to use specific tools and techniques. Definitely with the winter solstice, that is the perfect night, solstice eve into solstice morning, to do rituals and let go of things. Even if you figure it out ahead of time and write it down before you fall asleep that night. You feel me? Or first thing in the morning when you wake up. Perhaps you will be called to read oracle cards or pursue mediumship. Whatever form your intuitive process may take, let yourself be a trusting receiver. That moon and the healing, right? Take your time interpreting the message. It may seem complex at first, like you're putting the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle together. But if you relax and let go of the need to perform, let go of attachments instead of experiencing, and the need to be right or be in control or know what's happening, soon the answers you seek will become clear if you relax and let go. There's something you must know about your oracular powers. There is no wrong seeing. Everything exists in energetic potential. As the energy changes, the outcomes you see will change as well. Be open to receiving and patient in your interpretations. Trust yourself, for you are the oracle of your eternal life. Here's an affirmation. More and more I trust in my own intuitive process. I open to Spirit's guidance and understanding the messages I receive. So it is really important right now to just keep taking care of you and to take a step that starts to let go. Take a step that lets go, and then take another step that lets go more if you need to. Just keep taking them. Once the step is completed, start the next one. That's what there's no more waiting. There's active doing. And the pace is the one that works, that keeps you in alignment with your highest vibrational good. But the rest is a big, whatever way. It definitely feels like dream states and water. That's what I'm feeling, like meditation, but I'm feeling like surfing, water, being in water, watching water, drinking water. I don't know. Whatever way you receive downloads the clearest. Those are the things to be engaging in right now, and expressing whatever these feelings you have. So I'm not just talking about emotional feelings. It's going to be energetic sensations, that kind of feeling that produces a very intense emotional feeling. Do you understand? Two kinds of feelings here. Okay. I don't know. I lost it. It went away. So, yeah. Till we meet again. Ciao, ciao.